Very good. Keep them coming. So again, I am Dr. Dylan Greeney. I'm a board certified dermatologist here to help you get your best skin. My whole goal is to help you get your best skin with affordable skincare that's easy to use. I love things that are easy and effective to use that you can find in your local drugstore. I never want to recommend really expensive skincare. It's just not what I'm about. So thank you guys for being here. If you guys don't know me, again, Dr. Dylan Greeney, board certified dermatologist. So it takes 12 years to become a dermatologist. I'm here to help you get your best skin. So any questions you got, just ask them in the chat. I'm here for you guys. So other questions coming in. Let's see here. Folliculitis, Calvan shampoo. If you're having like pimples, bumps, hair bumps on the scalp, I really like CLN. It's a nice antimicrobial cleanser that's very, very good. Ashley, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate you being here. Thank you bunches for being here. Appreciate it. And if you got any questions, we're just getting started. So make sure to drop some likes, Ashley, in the chat. And then also ask any questions you got. So I'm here for you. Just ask away. Products for oily, acne-prone skin. So a few things that can help is really doing like salicylic acid cleansers. So 2% salicylic acid, or Inky List makes one. CeraVe makes an acne control cleanser that also has a little bit of an oil type preventing product in it too. So acne control cleanser by CeraVe is very good. Using salicylic acid toners are very good. Kale and clay toners, some of the clay absorbing things can help too. So Alistair says, the one and only Dr. Greeney. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, Alistair. You're awesome. And I really, really appreciate you being here again. You've been a favorite in the chat, so I really, really appreciate it. Can using a new moisturizer suddenly cause nodules? So Ashley, yeah, a moisturizer can break you out. It just depends. Some moisturizers contain oil containing products. They also contain comedogenic products, and those products can sometimes block pores and break you out. So that definitely can happen. Clay, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Here doing a little stream for everybody, trying to help everybody get their best skin. Dark eye bags. So there's not, eye bags can be really, really challenging. Eye bags can be very, very hard. So with eye bags, surgery is always an option for that. Sometimes under eye fillers can help, but a lot of times it can make things worse. Using good eye creams are key. So usually eye creams are going to have a few things in them. Usually they're going to have retinol. They're going to have niacinamide. Those kind of things. You can do under eye lasers. Under eye laser rejuvenation is one of the things I do the most for my patients that really, really love it. What's the best for itchy, dry skin? That's actually one of my most popular videos that I have on YouTube. So itchy, dry skin, good emollients that contain ceramides or really occlusive agents like Vaseline, Eucerin, and Aquaphor. It's going to get worse, guys. We're getting into the winter. The humidity's dropping. When the heat comes on in the house, the humidity really drops. So with that, you got to worry about having more dry skin and itching. So moisturizing right after the shower, so it's called soak and seal. So you still got a little of that moisture on your skin, and then you're gonna seal that in with a good moisturizer right after the shower. And also moisturizing for bed is key. A question I always get all the time is, how do I fix acne scars? So that's a great question. With acne scars, there's a lot of different ways to do it. It depends. If they're very sharp borders on them, sometimes actually numbing them up and cutting them out is the best bet. That can sometimes help. Lasers to smooth the edges of the scars can help. Things like microneedling and chemical peels can help, but usually doing more aggressive laser treatments is really the best way to get rid of scars. Does sleeping next to a humidifier help too? It definitely does. For the people out there suffering with dry skin and itchy skin, definitely having a humidifier in the bedroom in particular can definitely help. Some people sleep with like a dehumidifier in during the summer months, but they sometimes need it in the winter months because the air gets so crisp and dry and it can really dry you out. Jonathan had a question. I got some blisters on my left arm for years now, but they're growing. What can that be? So it just depends if it comes and goes. There's a lot of things that can cause blisters. Things like dermatitis herpetiformis can cause blisters on the arms that can be severely itchy. If you're getting recurrent clusters of blisters, believe it or not, one of the most common things is HSV. The same virus that causes cold sores on the lips can cause cold sores on the arms. There's a variety of other blistering diseases that can happen all over the body too, that your board certified dermatologist can help you with in person in the office. So I definitely recommend going through and seeing them. I would definitely recommend that. Do you guys on YouTube know? Do you guys see anything that's like, what's it called? Super likes? Do you guys see anything like that on your screen, on your end? If maybe my friends in the chat over on YouTube, you guys can tell me if you see anything about like super likes or something like that. I think I have them on, and I'd love to know if you guys can see that. Well, I'm not going to say it's nothing to panic about, honestly, Jonathan. I don't really know what you have, so I definitely would get it checked out. I mean, anytime you have blisters on the skin, I definitely think it's worth getting looked into, right? So I would do that. Does Raslo treat post-inflammatory erythema? So for those of you guys that don't know, post-inflammatory erythema is redness. Erythema is a fancy word for redness, and post-inflammatory means you had something like, it could be a bug bite, it could be acne, but it left a pink mark behind. Part of that is going to just fade naturally with time, but if you use retinoids, they can sometimes like dry and irritate the skin a little bit more in the beginning, but at the end of the day, it usually helps fade things better. So Jamie Santana comes in with a great question. Says, what is the cause of tinea versicolor? So tinea versicolor, or TV, is a type of skin condition that a lot of us probably experience at some point in our life. It's where you get little tiny pink patches. Usually they're a little lighter than your normal skin color, that you notice the most during the summer months when you go out and you get a tan, because those areas don't tan as much. And that's because it's caused by a yeast called Malassezia furfur on our skin. That yeast makes a metabolic byproduct. It actually produces a metabolic byproduct called azelaic acid, which we actually harness to treat hyperpigmentation. So that's something that causes it. But you can treat it with a variety of things like Selsun Blue shampoo. You can also use Nizoral shampoo as a body wash. Those are really, really nice options for it. Do genital warts eventually go away? Amanda, that's a really good question. Some do, some don't. Some genital warts can be harmful and some are not. Some are more cosmetic. Nobody generally likes them, of course. I'm about to sneeze, so hold up. All right, so anyway, I'm back. Freshly sneezed. So nobody likes genital warts, right? They can be cosmetically bothersome. Sometimes they can be harmful. There's different strains of HPV. There's like probably 150 different strains. Like HPV like 16, 18, 31, 35, 33. Those are harmful, can actually cause cervical cancer. Of course, we do have treatments for these to prevent that altogether now, which is really good to know. Some people's body do fight these off. Some people's body really are not good at fighting them off, or when they get sick, they can kind of come back. Filiform warts are the exact same kind of way. Some can stay around, some can go away. So that's all really, really good questions, guys. That's really good questions. Keep the questions coming. I appreciate you guys being here, and keep asking the questions, guys. Does Accutane permanently shrink pores? I wouldn't say it permanently shrinks pores, but it can definitely help. So it definitely can help. I wouldn't say it necessarily permanently shrinks pores though. So filiform warts, by the way, if you guys have warts, I do a lot of wart videos, and I do a lot of different wart videos. They can be treated by like 50 different types of treatments. There's many different treatments you can use for warts. A lot of the times warts over a couple years will go away on their own, but a lot of times we treat them with liquid nitrogen cryosurgery, which is freezing warts with a very cold spray. Zay says, my 14-month-old is having bad eczema. What can help her? So in the end of the day, eczema is a common problem. A lot of children have it, and it's usually worse. It's usually worse in children, and as kids get older, they tend to get better and better. A lot of times eczema will turn more into asthma, and then asthma will turn more into seasonal allergies as you age. That's something called the atopic march. So that's something that can happen. Best things to do when they're kiddos is a lot of great use of moisturizer. So things like CeraVe moisturizing cream, La Roche-Posay triple repair moisturizer. These are good ways to prevent flares. But when flares are bad, sometimes you need prescription steroid treatments to use on top of the skin, or steroid treatments that are free from, or treatments that are topical that are prescription that are free of steroids. Podophylax, that's a good treatment for warts too. Like I said, there's like 50 different treatments for warts. Aldera, Podophylax, any of those things. A lot of treatments for warts are simply going to ramp up your immune system to fight the wart off. And most of the time we actually don't test the type of wart. If you go in for a pap smear though, you're going to get basically a sample of cells that is taking off your cervix. They are going to type those types of cells and make sure you don't have a high risk strain. Telogen effluvium, very hard. So if you guys have struggled with hair loss, and I know a lot of you have, telogen effluvium is a type of hair loss that usually happens after some kind of major stress on your body. If you've had a major stress on your body, usually 2 months afterwards, sometimes you can lose some hair. And it usually sheds pretty rapidly. Your telogen hairs shed away, so you can lose a good portion of your hair. And usually that's going to be something that is temporary and your hair comes back full and normal down the road. Over the counter, there's not a lot you can do for hair that's super effective. One of the best things you can really do is doing minoxidil. So minoxidil can be a very helpful thing for hair loss. 5% strength. Women usually can use it once a day and guys can use it twice a day. Those are good options. Yeah, so a simple, accessible skincare routine to clear my acne from Melon. So Melon, that's a great question. And we talk a lot about acne because it's so common. About 90% of people deal with acne. I've actually done full acne routine videos. If you go to my YouTube on my long form content and look up strongest acne routine you can get over the counter, you can find the best acne routine there is. And I go through it. I'm going to tell you about it right now. I'm going to tell you about it right now. And just to quickly ask Barshuba's question, tretinoin you use at bedtime because it's inactivated by sunlight. But if you're looking at a great acne routine, what you want to do in the morning is a 4 or 5% benzoyl peroxide cleanser. And then at bedtime, you're going to want to use La Roche-Posay Effaclar Adapalene Gel. So now I go into it much more on my full YouTube video. But if you look at my full acne routine video, I explain everything, how to use the products. And this routine is going to be like, I don't know, $50 or something like that. They're very good. Hearts by Hearts, it's so good to see. I've been doing really good. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. So yeah, have you ever seen anyone develop eczema as a side effect of Accutane? A lot, actually. A lot of people get dry, irritated skin. Don, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Thanks for hopping on. It's good to see you, brother. What can you recommend for athlete's foot? So Alistair, you can get terbinafine over the counter. You can get ketoconazole 1% over the counter. Both are really great treatments for athlete's foot, sorry, acne's foot, LOL. Athlete's foot. You can use either of those. Those are very good. What really is eczema? That's a great question. Eczema comes down to genetics. Eczema is kind of a deficiency in filaggrin, which is like a component in our skin cells that kind of keeps our skin cells happy, as far as sealed in. It helps to kind of be the glue between our skin cells. So your skin cells are more likely to lose water and also let in harmful irritating stuff when you have eczema. Other changes in the skin with eczema is you have a decrease in antimicrobial peptides, which are like the natural substances that our body make to fight off infection in our skin. So you're more prone to getting a buildup of inflammatory bacteria on your skin. So it's a little mix of like easy water loss through the skin, usually sensitivity to other things like, you know, fragrances and other harsh treatments. Essentially your skin barrier is compromised. So that's a really good question. Also, like your kind of like the itch things in your skin are like kind of ramped up too, you know? So you're kind of, the white blood cells that kind of related to itch and allergic reaction are a little ramped up. There's a variety of things. So Zamo says, hi doctor, what do you think about salicylic acid body wash and face wash? It's one of the most common things I recommend. If you're dealing with acne or oily skin on the face, chest, or back, salicylic acid is a great treatment for that. You can get away with a 2% strength for most people, but sometimes you need to use a little less strength. If you're prone to getting irritated, you can also find things that are about 0.5% strength. One of my favorite ones ever is salicylic acid. It's the Vichy Normaderm Phytoaction cleanser. It's very good. It's one of my favorite ones. It's like my favorite cleanser to use in the shower. It's very, very good. Ashley, I'm happy to help. I love, as you guys know, if you guys are first meeting me, again, I'm Dr. Dylan Greeney. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I'm here to help you get your best skin. So I appreciate you guys being here. It means the world if you guys if you're here on YouTube and you're hanging out, I want you to drop a comment. I want you to drop a heart, like the video, any emoji, even if you don't have a question you want to ask. If you interact with the live, it helps so much. And I want to know if this is helping you guys. I'm here for you guys. I know it's hard to get a dermatologist, but actually my favorite thing on social media that I've done for 4 years has been to really help you guys and do these live Q&As. It's my literal favorite thing to do. So drop some love in the chat. I think there's like a super, I forget what it's called, like a super like or something like that on YouTube. It would mean the world to me if you guys drop that too. Like I forget what a super chat is. That what it's called? If you guys drop that, that would be awesome. I'm just trying to like use all the features on YouTube, and I'm learning YouTube vertical for live. So I'd love for you guys to do that. And if this is helping you, I want to know. Any kind of like signal in the YouTube chat means the world. So I'm glad that it helped you, Ashley. Ricardo says I have nice skin. Well, thank you. It's one of the best compliments a dermatologist can get. If you guys are wondering, I do the same thing that I tell you guys. I use vitamin C serum in the morning. I use a retinoid at bedtime. I use sunscreen every single day. I have had a variety of other cosmetic procedures, like I've done things like Botox and Dysport. I've had some laser. Alistair, thank you so much. I'm so happy it's helpful. And Ashley says, I have two starting the Hydrobite PCA moisturizer last week. Well, it's hard because, we all get pimples sometimes. PCA makes good skincare products for sure, but everybody's different. So it may not suit you. And sometimes it breaks you out a little bit. How old do you guys think I am? Somebody said, Soleil said, how old am I? How old do you guys think I am? Drop in the chat. Take a stab at it. Don't hurt my feelings too much. So let's see. Ricardo says, I work on a ranch and I always get blackheads. What's good for a deep clean? So Ricardo, salicylic acid wash is one of the best. So salicylic wash is a really, really good option. 2% salicylic wash is going to be your best bet for blackheads. The other thing, Ricardo, is epichloroadapalene gel. So we got a couple things up here. We got 30, 31, 33, 30, maybe 35. Let me, I'm actually going to drop a poll in here. I'm going to put it in here. So dropping a poll. All right, you guys can tap the poll. I started a poll. You guys can tap the answer. If you're on YouTube, just tap the answer of what you think. And I'm going to keep answering some questions. So just go ahead and vote. So let's see. I'm on Accutane, my advice through the process. So Owen, first of all, always listen to your dermatologist. They know you best. So definitely listen to your dermatologist because they know you, they know your skin, they know the plan that you're on. So I would definitely listen to them. The biggest thing is I have a full video if you're on Accutane. If you're on YouTube and you look up SwoleMD skincare, you can find my whole acne routine for when you're on Accutane. So I talk you through every step of the way of what I recommend to my patients. But at the end of the day, what you want to be doing is just cleansing your skin with a gentle cleanser. You don't really need to be using an acne cleanser. You need to be using a gentle cleanser. And then you want to you don't have to use anything for acne. Basically, you want to use gentle stuff. That's the key. So gentle stuff is what you want to do during Accutane. Know your skin's going to be very dry. Definitely stock up on Vaseline, Eucerin, or Aquaphor. You're going to want that for the lips. So it's very key for the lips because the lips are going to get dry and irritated. Sometimes even inside the nose gets irritated. You need saline nasal spray. Sometimes you need eye drops. You're dry, very, very dry when you're on Accutane. So when do you, this is a great question. So Ashley coming in with a fire question. When do you use BPO, which is benzoyl peroxide, over salicylic acid? So it's a great question. So I recommend benzoyl peroxide in pretty much like almost any acne routine that I talk about. Benzoyl peroxide is slightly anti-inflammatory and it also kills acne bacteria. So that's why it's so key. But if you have mostly comedonal acne, which is whiteheads and blackheads, if you mostly have that, then the salicylic acid is going to be the key. Petros, good to see you, TP. Good to see you. So salicylic acid is going to be key with blackheads and whiteheads. Now, if you have inflamed bumps that are tender and pink, they look like pus bumps, that usually means there's some very, very dramatic bacterial component to it. Because of that, then benzoyl peroxide is your best bet. Now, the thing that's very important with benzoyl peroxide is if you're using benzoyl peroxide on the face, you only need about a 4 or 5% concentration. You don't need a 10% concentration. It's been studied. 10% is fine. If you have 10% and you're doing great, and if you're using like the 10% benzoyl peroxide and you're totally doing good with it, that's fine. But just know 4 or 5% is going to be as effective as 10%, and sometimes it means less irritation. So I'm going to end the poll. So it was like almost a complete split. We had 30% said 35, 30%, I think I'm seeing this, 30% 38, 20% said 30, and 20% said 33. So I'm actually 38. Um, Baby C says you're the most important video I've come across. Well, I promise you, I'm literally trying to provide you so much value. Wouldn't want to do this if I was just like, whatever. Even if I get on here and I'm playing video games, I always try to provide good value to you guys. I don't want you guys just to hang out. Sometimes it's nice to have something to watch if I'm playing games or whatever, but I always try to answer your questions live, even when I'm playing games. So that means the world to me, Baby C. And if you like it, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment. Drop a like on the video. That really, really helps with the engagement on the video. So I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, Lovely Leopard. It's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Jamie Santana, I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. So keep the questions coming, guys. Any questions you guys have? Are there skincare products that you guys have liked? I'm always curious to hear what's your favorite skincare product in the chat, or what is the least favorite skincare product, like something you feel like you bought and you really wasted your money on. That's really helpful. And honestly, the chat always really likes that, because sometimes even when it comes from me, you know, it means something because I'm a dermatologist, but sometimes I feel like people really resonate with folks in the chat, because if you guys say it, they kind of really trust that too. So if you've ever wasted money on skincare, then let people know. Or if there's something that you bought that's been well worth it, let people know. Ashley says, I'm doing red light while watching the live. That is the way to do it. You know, like, you got to function stack, right? You got to function stack a little bit. So red light's great. I have a hard time integrating devices into my skincare routine and staying consistent with it. I like them, but I'm kind of bad about keeping them in my skincare routine. I've spent thousands and I can't tame hormonal acne. Baby C, it's really, really hard. Hormonal acne can be tough, and a lot of adult women deal with it, right? The best treatments really are spironolactone. Accutane can help, but sometimes when you come off of it, your hormonal acne will flare some, which can be frustrating, but almost always it's easier to control after a course of Accutane. Getting the actual like root of hormonal acne through topical over-the-counter skincare is hard, because you almost need prescriptions that actually influence hormones, and the FDA is not going to let anything that's really like super hormonally driven be approved as an over-the-counter, right? I mean, if you're doing something that influences hormones, it's going to have to be a prescription pretty much. You look younger, but I went with the oldest answer because you're a dermatologist. Hey, Alistair, well, I appreciate that, and thank you for being honest. You know, I'm lucky, because honestly, I was a tanning bed user. Shame on me, but what happened. But I did that for a long time, and I really regret it, but I did what I did. And thankfully, I'm a dermatologist. I have a lot of good dermatologist friends in case I need things treated or detected. So proactive burn, yeah, it can, you know, honestly, acne products can be really, really hard. GTL is exactly right. So let's see. Jared Wu says, is pure shea butter good to use after tretinoin as a moisturizer? I'm not like a crazy huge fan of shea butter. I personally would say go with, you know, like something like CeraVe or La Roche-Posay, something like that. Skin Fix. These are a little bit more well formulated. Thank you so much, Garrison. I appreciate it. Lovely Leopard. Also, thank you so much for the hanging lights. PCA Acne Spot Treatment Jamarini Corrective pads are amazing. I love it. Jan Marini, good stuff. A lot of their stuff's fragrance, right? So dermatologists sometimes don't like that part of it. Sometimes that we don't like that part, but I like them generally. I don't sell it in the office because it is a little bit more expensive. The only thing I really sell in the office is LTMD. Used to sell Zeo, but Zeo is also a little bit pricey, but some of the Zeo stuff is amazing as well. And then Jamie says, I'm an encyclopedia of skincare. That's what 12 years of studying dermatology do for you. But to be honest with you, even in dermatology training, you learn about 3,000 conditions of the hair, skin, and nails. But all the over-the-counter stuff is like, it's a whole different beast in a way, you know? Like, so SkinCeuticals Vitamin C for Rulic, favorite product. That's a really, really good one, Jerwu. It's a great product. It's pricey. So I really have a hard time stomaching the cost of it, but it is amazing. If you're wanting to try something that is very similar formula without spending the money, you guys could try. There's one called Brandify Vitamin C. And if you use Greeney 40 on the website, that will literally save you 40%. You can get the same vitamin C, basically as SkinCeuticals, for $25. It's L-ascorbic acid, ferulic acid, and all of that. So Garrison asked the question about keratosis pilaris. How do I fix it and what causes it? So essentially, keratosis pilaris is almost like a normal variant of skin. It is seen a little bit more commonly in people with eczema and dry skin. It's a little bit more also in like people with Down syndrome. Like there's other conditions where we see KP more in, but a lot of people have keratosis pilaris, so it doesn't have to be associated with any worse thing. So that's the stuff to know about. Keratosis pilaris is essentially like clogging up of your pores around hair follicles, and it usually happens on the backs of the arms, the front of the legs. It can happen on the butt cheeks. It can happen on the cheeks on your face. So there's a lot of different ways that it can happen like that. There's not a permanent cure for it, but one of the ways that you can help improve it is using things like alpha hydroxy acids. Those are things like glycolic acid, lactic acid, and I like things like amlactin lotion is very good. That's a very good one. Wally Bodiotti, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. So it says, Baby C's, I buy spoiled child or drunken elephant. So drunk elephant. So I don't know if you guys saw my story post that I did, but I just got the drunk trunk 8.0 thing. Is awesome. It's awesome. It's a hell of a splurge, but it was really cool to get it. I was so happy that Drunk Elephant shared it with me. It was one of the coolest send outs I've ever gotten, you know? So thank you so much. Keep the questions coming, guys. Again, for the new people in the chat, I'm Dr. Dylan Greeney. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I'm here to help you get your best skin. I'm here for you guys. So any questions you got, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you guys don't subscribe, then make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to see, I see Jerwu has like a check by their name. So Baby C, it says, oh my, you're that guy. Well, I don't know if I'm that guy, but I am a guy. And Zamo says, so informative. Love from South Africa. I love you. And thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. Is Drunk Elephant something I recommend? It's one of my most popular YouTube videos. I did a full review. I did Drunk Elephant for like, I think I did it for 4 or 6 weeks straight, exclusively Drunk Elephant. The price tag is shocking. Like I revealed that at the end of the video, but I do like it. And if you have the money for it and it doesn't break the bank, it's a wonderful splurge. I did it with no issues with no issues of like irritation or anything like that. It's such an easy brand to use. It's a little bit higher price point that I generally recommend like day to day, but I think it's a fun brand. And I think if you want to splurge every now and again, it's a great way to go. Baby C, I subscribed. No, you're that guy because you got that pricey trunk. I've waited 3 years. Well, I hope that you get it, Baby C. I was very sad that I didn't get one last year. I thought maybe I would, but this was my year. So thank you. Alistair says, can we talk about the effects of alcohol on our skin? Absolutely. So first of all, alcohol is toxic to every cell in your body. So alcohol is not good for you. Krishna, I'm talking to you. So alcohol is not good for any cell in your body. Okay. And I'm not going to say that like in the short term, like it really affects, your skin, but what can happen, like some of the common signs we see from people who drink a lot of alcohol is if you start to get liver damage, an interesting phenomenon that happens is you can start to get extra little blood vessels on your upper chest and from higher levels of estrogen as your like liver kind of fail. I'm not playing a video, Monkey Loving Bum, so thanks for being a meanie in the chat, but this is literally a live video and I'm answering everybody's questions. Collagen peptides are moisturizing, but they're I think peptides in general, they're like in my top 10, but they're not my top 3, you know what I mean? Other questions are gentle face scrub. My favorite one is Skin Medica HA/BHA scrub. That's my favorite one. Dermatologist is pretty tough. It's not, Krishna, but thank you. Sorry. So is urea safe to use during pregnancy? That's actually a great question. I think it would be no problem. Let me just see what ACOG says. Let me see. So ACOG is the American Academy of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. And I would talk 100% to your OBGYN. Urea is a pretty bland, gentle emollient, so I don't think it would be a problem, but probably talk to your OBGYN and just see what they say. I haven't drank alcohol in over a year. Congratulations. That's awesome. You're best not to drink it. The things that really wreck your skin, guys, is excessive sun exposure, UV light is literally like class 1 carcinogen, so it causes cancer and it's dose dependent. The more you get, the more likely you are to have cancer. The other thing would be smoking. Smoking is really, really rough on your skin. It makes your skin look dull. It gives you wrinkles. It makes your skin look so dull, and it makes you not heal as well. It's really, really bad. Also, smoking increases pretty much every kind of cancer. So I definitely don't recommend smoking. Don't recommend drinking. So those are all really good questions, though. You guys are asking all the best stuff. Let's see. So I subscribe to you. Oh, that guy, because he got the trunk. So keep if you guys are on YouTube, guys, make sure to tap the like, share the live with somebody, and make sure if you don't subscribe to subscribe. I do new skincare videos. I have a very exciting video I hope coming out on Saturday, and it's going to be more about an overall. You guys are asking about alcohol and stuff like that. It's an overarching review, like a wellness, like a health video. So it's a little bit out of the skincare space, but honestly, being healthy internally is very important for your skin. So I did a whole like 4 to 6 week journey on trying to lower my cholesterol and trying to like get more fit. So I did a whole review of that, and it's very exciting because I made a lot of progress for myself. And I think maybe it could help somebody else. So if you're worried at all about your health, you can learn a lot about your health and find out maybe some healthy ways to improve blood pressure, your cholesterol, and things like that. And of course, we can continue talking about skincare. But I felt so strongly about doing this video because I made such a difference in my own health that I want to share it with you guys. So what other questions you guys have, just drop them in the chat. So liquid nitrogen is a wonderful treatment. I actually shot a video the other day of liquid nitrogen. The vitamin C that I recommend, guys, if you guys are asking again, the vitamin C that I recommend is called Brandify. Brandify vitamin C. It's BRANDEFY. If you use the code on the website Greeney40, you will get 40% off. So does coffee increase appetite? Coffee actually decreases appetite generally. So, and it's not as dehydrating as people make it out to be. So Ashley also says, Obagi is leaving my workplace. Is there any products you like from that line? I still have 40% off until it leaves. So Obagi makes good stuff. Do you guys have straight Obagi or do you have Zeo? Because I actually haven't used regular Obagi in a long, long time, but Obagi is an incredible line overall. Zemo says, what's your opinion on natural skincare products versus those with synthetic ingredients? Everything's a chemical, man. Natural is honestly more of a marketing term more than anything real. So I don't really buy into it. I use great products with evidence that they work. But I natural, or sometimes even all the vegan stuff and all that, or like gluten-free and skincare, like who gives a crap? It doesn't make a difference. Even if you have celiac disease, like it's not going to matter if you're using gluten on your skin. So there's a lot of marketing and hype there. So yeah, as far as Obagi, gosh, I don't know. The skincare line, if you did it, you'd have great, skin overall. Vanicream's amazing. It's affordable and easy. It's made up by near Mayo Clinic. They take the top 100 allergens and irritants, and they don't put those in their skincare products. So it's a really, really wonderful thing, especially for people with sensitive skin. It's bland and boring, but it's inexpensive and really, really helpful for people. So new acne scars, again, lasers, peels, microneedling. Acne scars definitely tend to go away. About a third of them tend to improve on their own with time. Redness definitely fades on its own, but lasers can be done for those to accelerate it. What did you do to lower my cholesterol? I would have you pop over to my YouTube channel, SwoleMD Skincare. I'm dropping a full video on it. I explain everything in depth on Saturday. So I'd love to have you guys over to the YouTube channel, SwoleMD Skincare. That video will be dropping on Saturday, and I'd like to explain how I dropped my cholesterol dramatically. I dropped it 40% without medications. So it's very, very impressive, and I'd love to share it with you guys. What can you do for xanthelasma? I do a variety of things for xanthelasma. I do liquid nitrogen cryosurgery for them. I also do lasers. You have to use ablative lasers like CO2 or erbium, but that can definitely help. Opinion on 0.1 tretinoin is incredible. It's one of the best things that you can do for your skin long term. Only second to sunscreen. Tretinoin's amazing, and it can help fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots. It boosts collagen in your skin. It helps to thin out the dull, dead, dry skin. Woo! I am So it helps the dead dry skin on the surface of the skin. It gives you skin radiance and glow. So there's a lot of things that you can do for it. Baby C, thank you so much. I appreciate you planning to be there. It means the world. Your guys supports everything. Can anybody like on YouTube, do you guys see something for like, can you guys tell me? I'm trying to learn right now. Can you guys see a thing that's like super chat? Can anybody on YouTube tell me if you guys have an option for like super chat? You can pay to pin comments, apparently. If anybody's feeling super about it, if you want to send a super chat, I will literally send you a skincare product is what I'll do. I'll send you a skincare giveaway. If you send a super chat, I will literally send you a skincare giveaway. I'm gonna have to get you guys to, I'll message you on YouTube or I'll drop a comment or something. And then you guys can share your best mailing address. If you want to send a super chat, I'll send you skincare to your home or your best mailing address. I just want to try out the features. I want to learn about it. So I'll do a nice skincare giveaway if you guys want. So any super chats on YouTube, feel free to do that. There's a sidebar on the right with a heart, smile, confetti, etc. I think there's a thing called like super chat. At what point would you recommend surgery for severe granulation tissue wounds? I have severe HS. So granulation tissue, or sorry, in general, HS, surgery is actually a very good option. It just depends on how bad it is. Like if it's your whole pit that's affected or your whole groin that's affected, having like fairly aggressive surgery there can remove HS permanently with only around a 5% reoccurrence rate, which is incredible. For really like small wounds, if you do small surgeries on them, the recurrent rate is still higher at like 25%, but that's something that can be done. So that's something definitely worth considering. For just depend, but you could talk to your dermatologist and kind of see if that would be right for you. So Ashley, I got you, Ashley. I'm gonna see if I can like message you on here. I need to. So Ashley, make sure you subscribe, Ashley, or if you want to, you can email me, Ashley. Put my email down below. There you go. Shoot me an email. And thank you so much for the super chat. John, same thing. Just email me, brother, and I'll make sure to send you I'll send you a skincare giveaway too. What happens if it take terbinafine if I have elevated LFTs? If they're mildly elevated, then you got to monitor them closely. The problem with terbinafine is sometimes people have those elevated liver enzymes. They'll be like anytime during the therapy. So like we could check your liver one day and the next day your liver enzymes are super whacked out. People are pretty hesitant to put you on antifungals orally if you have liver conditions, just because sometimes a very rare risk, and you're talking about 1 in 50,000 of elevated liver enzymes, but you definitely don't want to drink when you're taking the liver, any type of like possibly liver toxic medicines. And so be careful with that. So let's see other questions. MGM says they don't see it. Other people are seeing it, so I maybe just look a little bit more. Tristan, my doctor keeps trying different things and nothing's working. He won't recommend surgery yet. Well, sometimes you got to kind of jump through the hoops to kind of figure out. You got to jump through the hoops a little bit to kind of try the common things, because they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't think it was going to help. But sometimes you just try all the normal stuff and it just doesn't quite cut it. The super chat is the thing where it pins it. MGM, I got you. So MGM, make sure you email me, okay? Let me know your name and the email and everything. Let me know your name and address in the email. Thank you, MGM. So what's your current exfoliant? So actually, Ashley, I don't exfoliate. I don't exfoliate really at all. I don't even really have alpha hydroxy acids in my skincare routine right now, to be honest with you. So I don't really use any exfoliants. I have super bad eczema on my eyelids. This has come from ETT. So it's randomly comes and goes. It's super itchy. Anything I can use is hydrocortisone dangerous on the eyelids. So it actually can be dangerous on the eyelids if you use it long term, but there's a couple things that are steroid free that can be really helpful. Things like tacrolimus or Elidil, maybe even Eucrisa. those things can kind of help, and they're steroid free and they're safe to use. Sugar's probably not great for acne overall. Soleil, there's not really a limit of people. I don't exfoliate. So most dermatologists don't use physical exfoliants because they can be a little harsh. If we exfoliate, we usually do it chemically. So we'll use chemical exfoliation. But sometimes physical exfoliation is just like a little bit harsh. Like obviously the worst case scenario is doing things like St. Ives apricot scrub, right? But sometimes chemical exfoliants can really be helpful, you know? Thank you so much, MGM. I'll definitely check my email after this and we'll make sure to get it out for you. Will acne scars go away from Accutane? So about a third of acne scars are going to improve with time for sure, but you can also do other things like peels or microneedling and things like that to help. So Baby C, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm super excited. I almost am 100% sure to come out on Saturday. The video is being edited a little bit right now, and I want to really make it great because, sorry about that, Baby C. Sorry for the trouble, but I appreciate you supporting the live stream. You're amazing. So I'll make sure, Baby C, and you got to shoot me an email, okay? You probably saw the email address. So let me see. Let's see. I had to delete my card. I got Botox recently, and the lowest two forehead lines never went away. Is it normal? So MGM, it can be normal because the lower your injector goes on your forehead, the more likely your eyebrows are to feel heavy. So that's the one thing that you got to be a little bit careful about, is if they go real low on your forehead and they get those, even those little comma lines that sometimes happen right above your eyes, they can sometimes make you feel heavy. Now, how I do it is any of my patients, if they want to come back in a couple weeks for a touch up or enhancement, I can creep a little bit lower, so as long as they're not feeling heavy. And as you go to the same injector over and over, they kind of know what you kind of like, and you get to know each other better, and you can do it better. But sometimes it's common to have a little bit of movement above the eyebrow just to not feel heavy. And especially in a woman, the closer you come to the eyebrow, the more you can flatten the eyebrow out, and it can make you look a little bit more masculine because you want that nice arch. So number one food trigger for eczema, it's probably like allergies, like eggs, probably. I'd say eggs, sometimes milk, those type of things. But elimination diets are not a good idea in childhood, so don't feel like you got to pull that from the diet. If anything, have a discussion with your doctor. Make sure they see it at an allergist and actually figure out if you have an allergy. You guys are incredible. Again, I'm Dr. Dylan Greeney. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I appreciate you guys being here. It's been a really, really great live. So thank you so much for being here. Mia, thanks for hopping on. I see you just hopped on too. So thank you so much. She offered a touch up. I'll take her up on it. Totally. It's better to go and just get a little enhancement and get a touch up, because they want you to be happy just as much as you want to be happy. And they just want to make sure they don't cause a problem. Because if you get left feeling, heavy for 3 or 4 months, it just is a little bit miserable, so I definitely do that. Accutane gets rid of most acne. Most people on a course of Accutane for around 6 to 9 months. For most people in the last probably 2 months of their treatment are pretty clear. So it can take sometimes up to 4 or 5 months to really get the biggest kind of hit there. So I just want to say, Baby C, MGM, John, Ashley, you guys are the real MVP, and I'm so happy that you guys took advantage of the super chat. I'm probably literally gonna you guys donated and everything. I really, really appreciate it. I'm probably gonna send you guys $7,500 worth of skincare. So thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. Again, I'm Dr. Dylan Greeney. I'm going to go hang out with my baby, and I'm going to go hang out with my wife and hang out for a while. You guys are awesome. Again, if you guys don't subscribe, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe right now, and that way, and make sure the notifications are on. I appreciate if you watch my video on Saturday, and I hope you love it. I think it really helped you be healthier too if you check it out. And I was thrilled to be able to do it. So thank you guys so much for being here. And you guys are awesome. Make sure to email me if you guys did the super chat. Make sure to email me. The email's in the chat. So check it out, okay? Thank you guys bunches, and I will see you soon. All right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you. Thank you guys.